Alrighty, morning everybody. A little bit of a shorter stream today, but continuing on with Starcross. Oh boy, yawning. Starcross Paths, or World. All right. Oh, the gemstone fish. That looks kind of cool. Woke up extremely late today. I apologize. Ow. God, I love the aesthetic of the star fragments. Though I'm a big fan of anything blue, obviously. Okay then. I don't know if that was part of the game or not, but it looked like the frame rate shit itself. Really gorgeous, though. Seven treasure chest. Oh boy. Something tells me this is going to be a relatively long stage. Oh wow, she looks crazy. Doing well, Boriko. How are you? Good morning, or evening, I guess. See, need 2 more. Okay, cool. Oh, y'all have daylight savings time? That's neat. I had no idea. I thought that was more of just a US thing. I have a sneaking suspicion I may have missed one. DLC actually. Yeah, I started it. I started it and was able to beat the true final boss yesterday, actually. Oh, awesome. Is that everything? Oh, no. Okay, so I've got one more star to find. Yeah, so we're essentially... A mysterious meteor landed in Popstar. And Kirby is having to save these creatures called Starries. Still not sure what exactly their relation to the meteor is. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Ow, that did a lot of damage. It looks really cool, though. Oh, that's a neat way to use this. Your guess is as good as mine. When it comes to, like, especially Nintendo stuff, I don't claim to understand 100% of how they build their stuff, you know? That gear ability is really neat. Oh, okay, cool. So we got all the objectives in one go. Sick. Nice. I will say, though, like, I've looked at... Sadly, because I plan on streaming it, I don't know much about the Wonder DLC. That's how the people really seem to like it. But, I mean, at least it's better than some of the other options. Like, wasn't Breath of the Wild's whole deal, and I think Tears of the Kingdom, was you got, like, an app for taking notes, and that was it? At least this is like actual DLC that gives you a lot of stuff to do. Oh, wait, whoops. Yeah, because I think the Switch 2 upgrade for it was like faster load times. Yeah. I think we're both onto the same thing. And I think there was a new feature added to the Switch app on your phone. Where do I... Ah, that makes sense. Ah, no, Kirby, spit that out. Okay, that seems kind of like a... Oh, cool. I got one of the secret objectives without even knowing what it is. I'm just too good. I feel like you gotta kind of just pick and choose. Me, the price really comes down to, will I get a lot of use out, will I get my money's worth out of it? And when it comes to Kirby, typically yes. Because Kirby is like, I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but probably one of the most consistent franchises Nintendo has as far as quality goes. Because even at its absolute worst, with Kirby, you're at least still going to have some fun. And as we discussed yesterday, a horrifically brutal challenge if you go for everything. And trust me, Boriko, like, bro, I live in the US South. Trust me, I get some of the most infuriating, like, die-hard corporate, like, defenders ever. I have literally heard people in my area that are so brain rotted with yearly sports and Call of Duty that I've openly seen people, when discussing games when I used to work for GameStop, openly, well, we talked about this before, where they would like just openly defend the more shitty aspects, being like, oh yeah, they added this, that's cool. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, but that's something that should have been in the base game. Like, I don't understand people that play yearly releases like that. Wait. Also, like, I don't feel like I talk about fighting games a lot, being a huge fan of them, but I found found out about one of the craziest fighting games I think I've ever heard. I'm not even going to attempt to say the actual name, but or anybody in chat, are y'all familiar with the you know, the famous play like Les Mis or whatever? Ow. Les Miserables, or however you say it. That's my fault. I wasn't paying any attention. Yeah, it's it had a pretty popular film adaptation. It's a famous play, primarily French, so I understand if you don't know about it. Trust me, being American, I barely know anything about anything outside of my own country. Joking, of course. But so I don't know how the translation ended up like it did, but there is a fighting game based on it. That's totally free to download off itch.io. It's called fucking Arm Joe. Huh? I feel like I need that for some other stuff. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that was shallow enough. But not only can you play as, like, almost the entire cast from the play, but then just for some reason, there's a mecha version of the main character. You can play as a robot version of the main character that was made just for the fighting game. It's crazy. Indie fighting games are awesome because indie fighting game companies can just make whatever. And it's a really fun game. The guy that helps me run my, well, that Squishy just died. Uh-oh. Rip him, I guess. indie fighting games are wonderful. Because, like, they're not tied to a company, and they can literally be, like, some of the coolest shit based on the most random idea. Like, one of my favorite fighting games, actually, it's gonna sound kind of silly, is Among Us Arena Ultimate, and that's totally free on itch.io as well. It is a fighting game based on Among Us, and it keeps getting updates with new characters and stages for free! It's crazy! And it's really well made! So no idea what that last objective is. It's just, if you want an absolutely crazy time, I would look up the sorry, I just saw your comment. I would highly recommend looking up the fighting game that is based on it. It's crazy. I'll type it in chat again. See? It's called... It's called Arm Joe, and you can find it on itch. So I have to win that last part with... But, like, it's to my understanding that the entire reason why the cast into, like, it's called Arm Joe is because it's like a translated 3 times... It's like a situation where it was, like, horribly, directly translated using Google, like, Google Translate, like, twice. And then it just ended up, like... It just ended up calling Jacques, which I do understand is like the main, like the name of the main character. But it ended up just translating his name to fucking Joe. But then, like I said, apparently it follows the story of, like, the original play to a T, but there's just randomly a robot version of the main character just there. Like, there's just a robotic version of the main character of the fucking play for some reason, and they're not even plot relevant. It's fucking crazy. Ow. Wait, am I misremembering? Wasn't there, like, 2 seals? No? I would also recommend looking at Among Us Arena Ultimate. Okay, that's kind of neat. Oh my goodness, that's a wall of text. Like a robot golf? I have never heard of that before. But I'm a big fan of how it's rendered, though. It kind of reminds me of Neo Turf Masters. Okay, that sounds incredible. I need to look into this. Hold on a second. Hold on. You know what? Hold up. Oh wait, fuck. Oh wait. And I see that it's actually extremely cheap. I have an upscaled SNES. So, Boriko, what would you say? What would you say to me down the road possibly streaming that? I'd be so down. Okay. It's extremely cheap, apparently. Only like $10 US. You know what? I'll buy a physical copy. Okay, I also DM'd it to the guy that helps me put my tournaments on. He loves the Super Nintendo a lot, and he straight up even was just like, "What the hell is this?" So Moriko, you may have actually told us about something peak. Like, here's the thing, I'm always looking for more games to, like, especially retro, to stream down the road. Heck, I might turn them into morning time streams if they're a little bit more easygoing. If you know any other bizarre, like, niche games, let me know. My favorite is for the N64. I really, really love a game called Iggy's Wreckin' Ball. It's a very, very strange racing game for the N64 that's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever heard of speedrunners, but it's kind of like that, where 4 players are racing on the track at the same time. But it's kind of hard to describe Iggy's Wreckin' Ball. Oh wow, it's actually able to change the night sky. That's crazy. Okay, there is something in that carriage. Board the Ferris wheel and make a memory. Hold up. Who wrote that in? Ah, that was probably an opportunity for a roulette. Problem is, though, I have a copy of it. It's in storage somewhere. It's weird. I ended up a couple of years ago just putting a bunch of my my games in, like a bunch of my retro games in like climate controlled storage. So sadly, unless it's like super like, I don't know if I want to say part of my personality, but if it's a game that I really enjoy, I still have it easily accessible, including some stuff that probably shouldn't be. Including probably the rarest game that I have, which I think is Saturn Bomberman? I think. I am so sad, like, Saturn games are kind of a bitch to emulate and, like, preserve. Especially whenever they did the Bomberman collection, because, like, Saturn Bomberman had such a crazy idea. Like, people like to think Battle Royales were a new thing. No. Saturn Bomberman, Jesus Christ, it would cost you, like, $10,000 to do this in the current market. But if you use the System Link cable on the Sega Saturn, you could have up to 64 people playing the Saturn Bomberman game at one time. And then I have, like, pretty much every physical of Wipeout easily accessible. Don't question me on that. I don't know why. So now it's just finding the rest of the... Oh, wow. Just now finding the first story. This is going to be a long stage. Trying to keep my eyes peeled for those statues because the way that the finding like the snow sculpture and the sand 64 I believe. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking console. My brain went stupid. Yes. I do not know why, but it has the capacity to do that. Yeah, it was like, before Battle Royale stuff actually happened, like 20 years prior to Fortnite, Bomberman was doing that shit way before, and nobody remembers it because the Saturn sold like garbage. God, I love the Saturn. It had such a fun... It was like one of the peak consoles of like that 90s like experimentations. The Saturn was just full of it. I love that console a lot. It's also one of my favorite things. Like, a lot of people know about Wipeout, Wipeout 64 being, what, Wipeout XL? But on the N64, because technically Sony hadn't fully bought the company at that point. So one of my favorite games on the Saturn is the Saturn version of the original Wipeout. Like, it's kind of funny to look at a giant, like, jewel case of Wipeout, a game that a lot of people associate with PlayStation, being on, you know, a non-Sony console. It's just really neat to look at. It also runs a lot better, funnily enough. That's also another weird thing to point out. Like, people like Wipeout 1 through 3. People like Wipeout 1 through 3 a lot on the PlayStation 1, but the Saturn version of the original runs better. I don't know what to say. They had to have. Because, like, the back of the box advertises the multiplayer feature. So, somebody had to have. It's almost like the super expensive prospect of trying to do the full 24-player, Mario Kart Double Dash. Once again, an accessory/console that sold like garbage, having a really cool idea that would cost you probably hundreds, if not $1,000 to try, just out of curiosity. Where's that last crystal animal? I can fully clear this if I can figure out where the hell that last statue... There it is. How did I not kill him? Die. You know, another forgotten game I really like that sadly has not been ported elsewhere. I don't think it has. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Jesus, you scared me.
I forgot that was one of the first level of World 3.
Wait, the problem is though, like, dude, it is one of the most stylish beat-em-ups I've ever played. But the problem is though, it has a ton of red tape surrounding it, not only because it's on the Sega CD, and porting games on that console are really hard to do anyway. It was based on a pre-existing cartoon and comic book as well. So you'd have to figure out who owns the rights to those too. I feel like I'm usually pretty quiet when it comes to, like, my streams and stuff, but man, get me talking about obscure-ass games and I'm a chatterbox. I really like those little ghost guys. We're in another stage with a very nighttime vibe.
Yeah, I feel like all the levels they choose for the remakes is the bangers.
Oh crap, whoops, I think there was something outside. We just started the stage, don't worry.
Yeah, I won't be able to stick around for too long, because I am going to watch the Mario movie in about an hour and a half.
Oh, have fun.
Yeah.
If I can help it, I'm going to try to see it tomorrow. Like, can I just say something for the record?
Sure.
I find it really, really fucking funny that Sonic dominates external, like media, like a lot of the media outside of video games, because usually, like, say, like, for example, even during its rough period, like Sonic Boom, the cartoon was great, right? But the games are notoriously kind of I find it so funny that Sonic has had a much, much more quality run of, like, cartoons, movies, music, you know, being just like a long-standing legacy than Mario. Mario has had the game dominance, while Sonic seems to have pretty much any other form of media. I just find it really funny. Also, I love that it debuted with the same rating as the 90s Mario movie. That's kind of funny.
one thing I find funny is that they released Sonic Underground like a few months before Adventure.
Yeah, you're right. No,
So it's just a big disconnect of Mobians and then people.
I mean, hey, memes aside, I think Underground is semi-okay.
It is a product of its time.
Yes, because Triplet's born. Also, I love that, like, they still kind of reference that every so often when they talk about Sonic's history, but then it's just like, what happened to what happened to his brother and sister, huh? Are they just dead?
The Mobius. Like, the idea, because, like, that area still exists, but it's just not called Mobius, not called Mobians. We don't know what they are.
They're animals, and that's all we need to know. But I don't know, it's just the trajectory of, like, the type of content that both companies have made. Nintendo seems to notoriously have, you know, like, the video game quality on lock a lot of the time. I don't think anybody would argue that, because, you know, until the past, like, 10 years or so? Because even during COVID, Sonic was still having kind of a rough go at it. But, like, he starts doing the movies and stuff. You know, it's like, when you really think about, like, the cartoons and the movies that Sonic's had over the years, like, people genuinely like that stuff. Like, they're actually pretty decent quality.
We did Mario and Sonic crossover movies that Ben Schwartz was tracking together again.
Did they work together on something before?
Parks and Rec.
Oh, gotcha. I never actually watched that show.
It was alright, I just feel like they kind of fumbled the idea the last season.
Gotcha. All I know is that Ron is a mood, and I don't know much about him outside of that.
Now, if you got the idea of hates the government and just wants to grill, that's it basically.
I have actually had interactions at a few of my jobs where, you know, that whole meme of him just going, "Hi, can I help you? I know more than you." I've had actually people try to do that kind of shit sometimes, and it's really funny. It's primarily old people that do it. But they'll do that where they're like, "No, I know where to go," and then literally 5 minutes later, I find them lost in a fucking aisle, and they're just like, "Where's this?"
Retail moves things around a lot.
Sadly, not us. Like, it's kind of, my Tractor Supply job's actually kind of neat. We're what's known as a test store, which means that we have, like, a set layout, but they'll have us, when they have us rearrange stuff, it doesn't happen often, but when they do, we're testing it for, like, another location. Kind of seeing, like, if it increases sales and whatnot. It's neat. I feel like I'm missing something, like, where they're spawning out of. Also, so far, I really like the new mouthful modes.
Which ones have you seen?
Gear and Spring.
I just didn't want to see anything taste like they would have something.
I don't think I've missed any, per se.
Well, not miss, just like haven't seen. It's like forget what
The thing I don't like about Drill Level 3 is I try to use the projectile, but I keep, like, messing up the timing for just, you jump and press B. But it's like, if I press it just slightly too long, I get the aerial rush. Wait, what's the point of the water? Oh, wait. I understand. Ow. Also, I did realize something. I'm technically still revisiting all of the old stages. Because, like, different parts of it are...
Yeah.
the different segments.
Some ult, some mute.
Also, Kirby is significantly faster side dodging. It's turning into Dark Souls. Oh no.
That was literally my thought when I first did dodge roll with Kirby, because like, I think if I played Elden Ring like right after or right before, like I had that same like thing.
I will say, shooting the parade floats off course is really fun. Oh, spitting out the water also does it. Okay, I didn't know that. Also, watching Phil rage quit the true final boss was really funny. I mean, here's the problem though. It's Phil, and I wanted to say this to you yesterday, but I felt like it would have been funnier for stream. I mean, knowing how Phil is, to his credit, at least he made it that far. I mean, he made it further than I would have expected.
Yeah.
Though, if I'm not mistaken, I think he also rage quit Star Allies too. I think.
Maybe. I do know that like this version is technically easier since it is part of the main game outside mode.
Yeah.
Not that the work was sort of.
There's a way to get back there, but I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, knowing how tricky some of these secrets can be, I have gotten into the habit of making sure I comb over everything to try to get it in one go. Yeah, it looks like I've explored everything. Oh yeah, Boriko, I saw that. Well, I mean, of course I did. I asked you if it was AI. Boriko sent me a weird clip of DSP being reflective of his position in, like, the internet ecosystem.
First off, what's AI?
I don't know. I saw people circulating it on Twitter and YouTube as well, but it was apparently from his Kick stream, because that's where he primarily does stuff now. But, like,
part of it is that, like, when you say something that's AI, if it's, like, supports what we believe, we're more likely to believe it. But if something goes against what we believe, we're more readily recognize that there's AI. That's what I'm saying.
But I was just sitting there going, like, Phil actually reflecting that he might be an asshole? Impossible.
Exactly.
But it was him actually saying some pretty interesting statements where he was just like, you know, without me, we really wouldn't have, like... He even brought up, like, he brought up, like, low-tier God and stuff. He was just like, without people, like, following all of the stuff I do, we wouldn't have the stuff, like, knowing as much as we do about LTG and stuff. Like, it was weird. He was actually finally addressing people that people had been comparing him to for years. And he was just like, if you really think about it, without me, none of this would have probably happened. He wasn't being overly negative either. He was just genuinely being like, it's kind of like him just kind of reflecting, essentially being like, it's kind of weird to think about that if it wasn't for him making like 3,000 fucking videos documenting his life, you know, he may not be where he is today. And he even brings up that could mean for better or for worse. And he essentially brings up that he knows why people don't like him. It's crazy. Like, I'm sitting there like, there's no way Phil is talking like this, just out in the open. Oh, man. Still missing, like, 2 side objectives. I wonder what they are. Let's see. Well, one of them just uncovered. So 5 starry blooms that are stuck to a wall. Also, dude, the gear in the spring have a lot more going on with them. It's like they all have some kind of secondary feature. where like the spring you can not only jump high up in the air. I'm assuming I take damage from poison, right? Yep. But like the gear can like launch itself off the wall, and then if you are near another wall, it'll latch on if you hit B again.
Yeah, they made these always a lot more with the map open.
And like Moriko mentioned earlier, it was just like Moriko talked about how they primarily play like indie games, and I'm like, I totally get that. Like, there's very few games where I will usually like instantly buy the newest entry. But I brought up that Kirby is typically a safe bet, or at least for the type of game that I like. I don't know if that's going to take me out of the level, though.
If not, the register.
I don't quite understand how Asmongold has the following he does, in all honesty, Boriko. Primarily because I'm very grossed out by his living condition.
And you got a hammer, you can use that for fire.
I'm trying to pick it back up, okay? Kirby! I don't think so. Or maybe.
Well, it goes on that sprinkle shot.
Made it.
But that's plenty of time.
Definitely. But like I had mentioned earlier, I love the aesthetic though, like the bright blue and purple of the
also, I just war hug the wall.
What's up?
Once you think the war hug the wall, but I'll search like for like a good half hour looking for that one flower.
I don't see it.
No, like on the bottom section, there's like a little curve. On the left side.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I spent too long finding this one.
There's just not, like, here's the thing, I only really know of Asmongold from, like, the modern era, and I don't know.
Like, guys big things in World of Warcraft, that's what it was.
Well, I know that much, but it's more like, nowadays, he just kind of, I don't know, he comes across as, like, kind of miserable. Almost like, I've seen, like, videos reflecting on his older stuff, where it honestly seemed like he was having a lot more fun doing it. And especially the revelations of just how piss poor his, like, living conditions are. I'm just like, ew.
This is the right way to live, apparently, if they keep gassing him up.
He'd still be alive if few gamers didn't gas him up. Also, the stars themselves opening up new paths is really neat. like I have no doubt that he's entertaining and whatnot, but I don't know. It's like his weird ass, like, I don't know, his like very strange political comments and whatnot. Also, I will say his little spat with Elon Musk was really funny. Over Path of Exile, where Elon was just like, "I'm gonna expose you for cheating," and it was just like, "Bro, that's a video editor."
And then he got called out, like, it was during like the Trump inauguration, and like his Path of Exile account was playing live.
I gotta go through the entire level without being run over. Gotcha.
So that's why I thought it was like that on the main level.
Living in his infested rat cave, yes. What a life to live. Also, it's almost the time of year for me to bust out something I bought like 2 years ago and haven't been able to wear. For some reason, last spring, and yet it never got like hot enough for me to wear it, but like, I don't know why, but Target made a, actually it's staring at me from across my office, I can just text it to you. They made a set that's like a Kirby Hawaiian shirt and matching shorts. I have them both.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, obviously I can only go to Target once in a blue moon living out in the middle of nowhere. But, for some reason, Target just carries a lot of Kirby merch, and I don't know why. Alright, now I just need to avoid getting run over. Though this is actually a pretty long level, so if I get hit, like, late, I'm gonna be sad. Let those two pass. Also, I like that the lore of the Forgo mask corrupted DDD, but then we make a replica and Kirby's totally fine.
And I imagine the implications that like IDF86 like specifically like had a hand in forging that.
Also, do you remember what I said yesterday though? I find it so funny that if you really think about it, like especially with the replicas of like Meta Knight, Morpho, and DDD's like weaponry, like technically he's just making bootlegs. Though this still kind of goes into like a funny thing where I don't think there's ever actually... There's been multiple games where Kirby's taken a hold of a Meta Knight sword, but I don't think there's ever been a game where Kirby has actually gotten a hold of DDD's actual hammer.
Like, I think he gives you a hammer in like one of his early boss fights against some of the small boss.
Yeah, but you still get the hammer copy ability.
Yeah, it's not just a little DDD hammer.
And you do technically use it in 64, but that's more you team up with DDD for that.
Still treats it like Collective Knight's not even canon in the Kirby game. mentioned it for how long?
Oh, shit. Sorry, what?
That is like Galactic Knight still hasn't been in the canon account with Kirby or friends. He's just trapped into like whatever dimension he's in.
Is Revenge of Meta Knight not canon? Or Meta Nightmare? No.
No.
I thought it was a side adventure, what he was up to while Kirby was doing his stuff in Superstar.
And he wishes on to Nova, but like, that's still like an implied, so it's not a canon.
I still like that one. Have you ever seen that one webcomic that was him wishing on Nova, and it was just like, I want a hat.
I want to be canon.
No, it was Meta Knight. It was just like,
Yeah, I know.
I can't. Oh shit! Uh-oh. God, this is scary.
And then one funny butterfly just ends up taking his role and becomes canon and encounter faster.
So, like I said, I don't know if the debate's out or not, but I think Mark's soul is canon. I think it plays an entirely new cutscene of him freaking out after he lost. So I'm fairly certain he's supposed to be canon. Alright, I'm near the end. Woo! Almost dove off. Please don't tell me that counts. I didn't take damage, but I did bonk off of him. Please tell me did I do it. I did! Wow, okay. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so yeah, what I'm seeing is that it's a non-canon scenario with a non-canon cutscene. It's not a canon fight with the Mark Soul. And my source here is a GameFAQs discussion from 7 years ago.
Oh lord, yeah, Wariko, you're right. I could only imagine what that would probably be like if you lived, like, basically somebody lived, like, well, I mean, here in the South, I've seen people that do kind of live like that. Yeah, he said imagine living in, like Asmongold situation, but you're a smoker. Nah, that would be awful.
Oof.
Definitely couldn't be any sort of collector, that's for damn sure. Ruin everything.
I believe the only two soul fights that are canon is just Gracia and Chaos Elfos now. I don't believe... Does Macros count as a soul phase in Return to Dreamland space game?
No, to my understanding that is literally the spirit that was within the crown.
Okay.
So,
And then the
yes.
soul is the fight, right?
Yes. Wonder what the side objectives are this time. Oh, that's kind of neat. The alleyway's blocked off. Yep, I'd prefer not to deal with ice physics, thank you.
Very fair.
But that's kind of cool. The alleyway's just blocked off. So if the alleyway's not here, I wonder what the objectives are going to be. Ow. Yeah, this is a really good remix of this song, though.
Every remix in this game's good.
And the vending machine transformation's no longer there, so... Never thought it would take Kirby to make the UK look fun. Okay, that's kind of funny. Freeze the one and they all just run into him.
Top things to do in Winter Horns. Leave.
Kirby would probably make fun of beans on toast. Huh. Unless the stage extends somewhere, we're already near the end of where the base game ends, so what are the side objectives? I haven't even found any of the stories either. Ow. I needs to tell Shades to pick up the fucking long door doesn't get them out of my way. Also, yeah, it was fun talking to him about the Democracy Manifest guy getting inducted into Australia's like National Museum of Sound and Film.
I get so much good things happen in Australia that isn't just deadly spider bites.
There will always be a quote from, like, I don't know if any of y'all watch Russian Badger. I know I quote him a fair bit. I probably need to stop, but most of my quotes are now references. But, like, there's crap, I forget who said it. It was, like, either Goose or Grouse. It said Australian people are just British people that went far up the tech tree. What's the point of this little area here? There's nothing... Or, well, whoops. Yeah, there's... Huh.
I'm surprised there's a death flame there, considering there's just everything else below you.
I'll find it, don't you worry. But... yeah, besides the stories, I haven't started any of the side objectives. Okay, I see a secret story, but how to get to it, you have to find out. Ow. I think now that I've put almost 30 hours into this game, I've started to get kind of wise to their tricks. I wonder what the star pieces are used for. The, like, the gachapon for the figures? I don't know.
Yeah, it's DLC gachapon.
Gotcha, because there's also still regular star coins that pop up too.
And you still need them for like the main content, main gachapons, the weapon upgrades, sword.
I'm just gonna get over that there's still a bunch of Waddle Dees just standing near that stupid meteor. Yeah, I have no idea what the side objectives would be over here.
I did not know that little gachapon was there, dang.
I'm becoming a lot more observant. Oh, crystallized penguins. Uh-oh. So the crystallized versions are a little tougher as far as health goes. They're kind of like They're kind of like the new version of like the wild versions. Now, you know what? I'm gonna keep the ice. Ah, there's one of these guys every world.
Did you get the thing that says the name yet?
What?
There's a gotcha one that like says what the name is. Did you get that yet?
Yes. I think. I've gotten quite a few of the gachapon. I like how they're pretty much like the mini boss enemies. But like 3 stages. Also, they don't have a health bar.
No health bar and no swallow ability.
Yeah. I really think that, like, fire does a lot of damage to Mr. Frosty, but I really find it in this game kind of silly that he can be frozen with ice. I mean, that's literally his main gimmick.
The thing is, I don't even think there's any elemental weaknesses in it. I think that's just the element, that's just the property of ice in this game.
Yeah, I know. But, I don't know, it just seems kind of funny. Like, they probably should have programmed him having freeze resistance or something.
Probably, yeah.
But, they do shatter the ice. They do shatter ice when they jump, but that's about it.
Oh, you missed a sparkly.
Did I?
Unstable.
Oh. Okay, so it looks like this side objective is here. I did see an animation that was kind of adorable though. If you have Bandana D, like apparently at the end of this level they do something kind of funny.
In this level?
Yeah. Oh, so it's just the glider.
Yeah.
Oh, you speed up when you knock enemies out with it. All right, Tails.
Hurry, Sonic. Hit Darker as a weak spot. Quick, while I hold him back.
The whole fuck boy thing still cracks me up. Just how did you know? Because you just told me.
Why could they make Dark a mandatory minigame in Unleashed?
Well, they had to fit him in there somehow.
Like, can you at least give me the option to skip the minigame? Like, we just had the final boss. And
No, I missed it. Oh, that actually resets me pretty far back. Nice. What the, huh?
Ice physics.
Okay. I don't, what the fuck? Dude, I don't even know. No! All that for a gotcha.
At least it's Series 2 Gachapon.
It just sounds like me judging my buddies playing Uma Musume. So we're at the end of the level, but I haven't found the other 2 sweets I need for that one side objective.
They were probably much earlier than.
No, because it mentioned that it was in the Ice Town, and the only town segment was... Okay, so that's like the only one I'm missing. Oh, nope, missing another one too. Oh, because this is like the only town. I don't know. I didn't notice any sweets going down the hill.
Yeah, it would have been before the start.
Huh. Oh, we're going back to Big Ben. Well, there's 2 out of the 3. What does it do? Take me back? So I missed 1 somewhere. Boy. Okay, so don't get hit by the penguin snowball. And then I need to figure out where that 3rd Ice Town Suite is.
Great. Some of these filler gachapons are interesting choices.
I'm upset. I am very upset. I looked up, all I did was type in the name of the level. And it pulled up a bunch of Reddit threads being like, are you kidding me? Why did they put it there? Apparently, it's extremely, like, hard to see where the first one is. Like, a lot of people complaining that it's a beginner's trap.
Like, that cake that I pointed out, that was the one I missed when I played it.
Apparently, it's a flan that's in the very beginning of the level, super hidden. So then why are the, like, typically the objectives like that are pretty well spread out. Like, why is it one at the very beginning and then 2 at the end? Like, that's a lot of level with nothing else to do. So it says that it's to the right of the first burning logs. Oh, wow. Never mind. I see how people were complaining about it. Yeah, if you're just kind of focused on the fire logs, you wouldn't have seen that.
Okay, that one I did. I remember seeing that one, but like it was the cake in the middle that just...
So I need to just pay close. Whoops. I'm not allowed to take damage from a penguin's snowball.
At the very least, the game will tell you once you've gone and passed them all.
No, when it comes to those objectives, it does not.
I remember this one murked it off very much for me.
Like when I did the parade cars in the last level, it didn't actually pop up until after it said stage complete.
Yeah. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
So now I just need to remember where those 2 were at the near the end. Oh no!
I noticed here you also missed like the big like archway you could come through.
Yep, gotta redo the level. You know what? I'll take Morpho Knight. I'll deal with some ice physics if it means that I can potentially knock these guys out. Ow. Poppy Bro Jr. strong enough to disarm the Morpho Knight's blade.
the blade of whatever this creature is. We don't know what it is.
I assume it's a similar creature to Meta Knight and Kirby. Oh wait, something else about this game I just noticed. This is the only game that I'm aware of where when you defeat Meta Knight, his mask doesn't shatter.
I thought it does shatter.
It did not. Nope, he just flies away. So
you Phantom Meta Knight shatters.
Yeah, but that's an alternate reality version of Meta Knight, so that doesn't count. It's not Meta Knight if I don't get to see the teaser of him possibly being the same creature.
Well, I guess it's just a Meta Knight, but like made from like 4 ghost memories and such.
I feel like there is something kind of funny I've always thought about with Meta Knight's aesthetic. So, Kirby's species is officially listed as a star baby, basically a creature born of stardust. I like to imagine... Wait. Let me pull it up again.
It was from the anime, that doesn't count. Anywhere else, fair game.
Okay, you're right.
It was from the anime.
And you picked up on that immediately. Yeah. I couldn't remember, but I looked it up. But yeah, it was from the anime.
Like, the only thing that I know, like, mentions, like, Kirby being just a child is the anime.
There was also that canceled N64 game. Remember, there was literally meant to be an even easier version of Kirby on the N64 called Kid Kirby. It looks so weird to me in retrospect because Kirby has like a weird like Superman cowlick for whatever reason. Okay, you're right. The Morphone. Holy shit! Kirby had no time for him at all. Okay, the Morpho Nut Sword makes me feel like I'm cheating.
You won't feel like that for long, probably.
Now I need to get the rest of the sweets, so I need that one. And then the one at the very end. But yeah, I was remembering right. So if you look on Tenor, and all you have to do is look up the name of the DLC, Star-Crossed Worlds, and it shows an animation of what Bandana D does in co-op whenever you hit the brick wall after this. And Jesus, he eats shit falling off of Kirby. It makes me feel really bad for Bandana D.
Yeah. I think it's the same, like, animations of, like, when he's on the pickup truck.
Oh yeah, I wonder what that looks like in co-op.
I think it's like the same posing of him just like leaning and holding on and then just throwing spears.
Never forget, DDD and Superstar Ultra gave Bandana D the opportunity to run, and he said he would, but then he showed up and fought. I love how Sakurai just essentially went like, hey, remember that joke fight of the regular Waddle Dee in the arena? What if we made him his own character?
Wait, was that a Sakurai game?
I thought Superstar was... Yeah, Superstar was like one of the last major ones he worked on, right?
I think so, because I know he didn't touch their allies that were this game. 464. That's why people credit him for it a lot.
He worked on Air Riders. Air Riders and Smash.
Yeah. Like, I don't think he was really even involved in the Dark Matter saga at all. Much less the Ancients.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he has the same role as, like Sakurai.
The new guy? What's his name?
No, where Sakurai is more of like an advisor, being like, that's a cool idea, but I would probably do this. You know, that. Kind of like giving a guiding hand.
Yeah, but like, I don't believe he's like in the credits at all for these games.
Well, I mean, remember, Sakurai's only credited in Wonder as a, like, creator of the series. But they heavily advertised that even he was, like, helped a lot with guiding the new team on what to do.
Sakurai?
Sorry, I'm being stupid. Miyamoto.
Yeah, well, I think during that time, like, he was, like, also taking a step back to, like, make sure the movie was good. Movies take time.
Okay, the group nap figure. Like, I want some of these gachapon in real life.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of... Ignore the fact... Well, y'all can't see it, but I have a ton of... Like, I have a bunch of those, like, Claw Machine Kirby plushies behind me. I'm a huge fan of Kirby. Oh yeah, right over my shoulder here, I've got the mirror ability Kirby. Mirror ability, regular Kirby, inflated Kirby, and an Inkling, or like the Squid form Inkling. Yeah, I just have a bunch of Japanese like claw machine prizes of Kirby and Splatoon.
If the theories are to be true, the people behind England in the Kirby world are also the people responsible for the amazing mirror and Mastic Crown.
Oh lord! So we can blame the British for multiple things.
Yes.
They corrupted DDD, not the Beast Pack. He tried beans on toast one time and he ended up going feral.
I don't know if it's ever been established, but
have you ever seen the?
Sound like a canon voice or something? Or something like his voices.
Yeah, Sakurai's the voice actor for DDD since Brawl. Oh wait, no.
Highness.
Highness. That I don't know. Give me the hammer ability.
Yeah, like, what do you do, British?
I want the hammer ability, you stupid fucking Sun Wukong looking ass. Man, every time I see the fucking Ranger ability, I'm like, man, I need that. But there hasn't been any secret targets so far in this DLC.
I guess they're being kind to you now.
God, what's the... I've been wanting to say this on stream for a while, but the new hammer enemy... crap, what is the name of that fucking Pokemon?
The Pokemon or the enemy?
No, it reminds me of a Pokemon, but I'm drawing a blank on his name. Darmanitan, oh my god. It's taken me over a week to remember Darmanitan's fucking name. But don't they? They kind of look like him.
I can kind of see it.
I remember when a lot of people read Galarian Darmanitan's like abilities like early on when it was first revealed, and they were just like, "Oh man, this is gonna be super good." And then in retrospect, it's just kind of like, eh, he's all right.
New Pokemon hyping up its ability before being sent back to low-income housing.
It was so fun. Like, I even remember watching a retrospective from, I think it was Wolfie, where he brought up that it has a cool ability, yes, but, like, when people would actually use it in the Galar, like, competitive, they just went with regular.
Oh no, you should have seen, like, the pre-release, like, the pre-home update for Scarlet Violet.
Uh-oh.
Nestling gets all these cool moves. The Cleaver gets sharpness with its Stone Axe move. You can set up stealth rocks and attack.
So I saw this guy in the preview image. How do I move it? How do I move it? Not a mouse. Oh! Yeah, this DLC is just all kinds of, like, pretty neat little ways to use the mouthful modes.
These creatives know how to make something worth $20.
800, but who's counting? Okay, that has to be no.
Okay, but Blue, you're not accounting the cost of, like, the monthly electric bill. But then also you gotta, like, account for, do you rent or do you mortgage?
Neither.
Okay, that definitely counts for it. But some people do, so let's add another 2,000 just to
I read it like fuck console selling games, right? No, house selling games. Like, that's something I would love to hear. Just some dude being like, "Yo, I refinanced my entire house for Kirby." Some homeless some homeless guy saw the announcement of Lola Bunny in Fortnite, and they were just like, "Oh man, I need to buy a house."
Still all my Fortnite stock.
Like, I love that the immediate reaction was just the, "Oh my god, Bugs Bunny," and then literally the, quoting ABGN, and then literally a day after they were just like, "You fired a guy with terminal cancer." Like,
still all my Waterfall stock. I got excited that Bugs Bunny is about to kill Fortnite.
I can't believe that thing that people kept pointing out where it was just like, Lola Bunny has technically killed 2 games. Like, Lola Bunny, like, seems to be the weird catalyst, like, when some bad shit happens in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Also, one thing I will... Sorry. It was just a fun fact about her that I like to think about. Her creator... I don't know if the term furry existed, but he definitely had to have been one. Have you ever seen her concept, like her original concept art when she first got, like, designed?
The concept art? No, but I have seen
her concept art is literally just typical, like, military pinup girl art. It's so funny. Like, I'm just like, dude, her creator was fucking down bad for her.
This is what you're fighting for, that's...
Like, dude, it looked so funny. Like, dude knew what he had. But I remember seeing a lot of memes that were quoting, like, fucking, Back to the Future, where they're just like, "Oh, you're not into that. Oh, you guys aren't into that yet, but your kids are gonna love it." Oh my god, like, dude, her concept designs, I'm like I said, I don't know if the term furry existed back in the 80s or 60s, whatever. Oh crap! Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. So destroying the snow sculptures doesn't count. But I'm missing 2 side objectives, and that level's really short. The only side objective I did was giving all the snowmen their heads back. Shoot the far-off target over the ocean?
I guess you do need Ranger.
I hate it. They lulled me into a false sense of security, and now I have to do it. Why don't any of the other fucking... Why don't the other abilities have specific tasks like that? It really makes me feel like they were just like, oh, we gotta figure out a way to make people actually use it. Wait, what? I'm going back to town. Gachapon? Oh, wait a minute. So there's 2 different volumes of them?
Yeah, you go gain like the light blue and the purples.
Gotcha. Oh, wow, I'm missing a lot. Oh, there's some still tied to objectives.
Yeah. Because there's plenty you still haven't even seen yet.
Rebuild more of Waddle Dee Town. I'm interested. But I'm gonna hold off on spending money with him until I probably beat the DLC.
Yeah. And then if all else fails, the Waldy Trader can
Oh.
still give you DLC ones.
Okay, I was about to ask. No, I mean, like, the guy that created Lola Bunny, like, his concept sketches were even kind of wild, and that was back in, like, the 60s. Like, Moriko's talking about, Nostalgia Critic, talking about her in Space Jam, and I'm like, yeah, that was pretty funny. But, bro, like, seriously. Can't believe that can possibly be a highlight, me just going off on a tangent about Lola Bunny. Wait, shooting a far-off target across the ocean? What are they talking about? I feel like it's around here, right? No? Yeah, you can never be too sure because, like, the targets can be, like, really far out, barely past where the game can render without having to blur.
Yeah. Also, but you only get 8 of them in this level?
Yeah, because I'm still missing another side objective.
Oh, I'm surprised you failed that one.
Called what?
You just want me to say it, so you can do it again.
Sure.
You let us know man had to fall off the cliff.
Ah. Yes, I did. Too bad you can't just, like, shoot the floor. Okay, so the Ranger ability pops up here, so it's gotta be maybe close by to this. No. Well, you were very correct. I did. I'm more shocked that there's not just an I'm more shocked that there's just not an objective for just getting all the heads. Oh, there it is. See what I mean? Like, bro, unless you are laser focused, you are going to miss a lot of those.
Now you gotta just get the last one without any of the heads falling over.
Which I think I have a pretty good handle on now.
The first one's easy, there's no cliffs anywhere near it.
Took a second to figure it out, because I'm like, wait a minute, how do I move the head around? So it seems like I'm starting to catch on to how these work, right? So it seems like the first level is a complete remix. The second level seems to be completely new, with some new gimmick thrown in. So you get like one remix level and then one entirely new level.
Well, it still has like the theme of like the level that's taken from.
Yeah, but like we never actually explored this bottom area of the factory the first time.
Well, you never explored the roofs of the arrival point either.
Nope. Go, go, go. Also, kind of Ralph Wiggum looking snowman. I guess this makes Bomb the most common ability. Yeah, that's the part where I screwed up. Was not noticing that I needed that that bloom. No! How? Okay, let's go again. I mean, we could talk about just an RPG again, Boriko, if you really want to. Mainly because I loved Magic Mush's whole video where he's just like, I kind of understand why, but just internet waifu stuff just isn't for him. And then he just ran up, like, as the way that he like bit crushed his mic, and you just hear him yell from across the room, just the bunny Pokemon has ripped fucking stockings.
24 hours before new mega information.
And she's not even a good mega. Like,
And Scrappy's alright.
Scrappy's a good nature, yes, but on much better Pokemon. Like, Scrafty.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Would it be Scrappy again for Scrafty?
Probably. I need to get the Mega Dimension DLC. No, actually, wait. ZA was for both Switch 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
Was Mega Dimension only for Switch 2, or was that also on 1?
Mega Dimensions is for both, but you need to beat the main story to access the DLC.
I'd say for DLC, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's not like Scarlet Violet or Sword and Shield where you can access it just in conjunction with the main story.
Mega Flygon's cool, that's for sure.
Rico, how do I tell him?
I know. Like, I get the joke. Like, you're acting like I don't... Like, I know the meme, okay? I just... It's... To me, like, Flygon... Like, I don't mean to sound kind of mean about it, but to me, Flygon's just kind of... as far as Pokemon stats go. But I've noticed that of all of, like, the kind of meh Pokemon that people seem to like, stat-wise, Flygon has a lot of fans. And I wonder what started that.
I guess it's like an interesting Pokemon to find and have its typing score back in Gen 3.
Yeah.
Levitate.
I like Trapinch. I think he looks kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, can I not screw up the shot this time? Have y'all ever seen the clip of the dude that tried to jump over the chairs on American Idol, and he completely fucked up?
I don't get if that does.
It's because of what was said. He kind of did a, like, mentally untouchable type low-tier god hype video before he did the jump, and he completely fucked it up. And all you hear is the video just go one chance, and then he just completely biffs the fucking chair jump. Thankfully, he was okay, but, like, God, is the video really funny? One chance, and then you just hear a bunch of, like, metal chairs clanging together. Terry Crews is a judge on one of those shows now, right? Oh. My mom watches a lot of that stuff, and I remember going to visit her a few days ago, and, like, I saw Terry Crews, and I was just like, oh yeah, he is on one of these. I don't think he really acts anymore. I think he's just primarily on there. Though being, like, one of the head, like, judges for, like, a big competition show probably pays pretty well.
The only, like, game show I really watched it, and, like, not really, like, watch consumer, like, just, I binged, like, 18 seasons of it, like, earlier this year or last year. You know what Taskmaster is, like, the British one?
No. Is it? Wait, no. I think it's called The Beast. That's the only UK.
No, that's different.
Yeah, I know. That's the only UK-based game show I'm aware of. And then I think, wait. I think Pressure Luck was also originally from the UK. Ah, but I didn't get shooting the target. Okay, I'm getting really sick and tired of OBS giving me an error message, but then it's just like, hey, check out these promotions, I can earn you more money.
And then when you do have an error, it doesn't say anything.
Exactly. I don't know if you're caught up with Amazing Digital Circus or not, but God, I just found something really funny.
I am, but I'm not sure about Burrito, though.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you even watch it or not.
I DM'd it to you.
I haven't seen this type of meme going around, though, I will admit.
Kinger, it was already one of my favorite characters, but Jesus. I still think of, like, the first time we meet him, he just violently starts vibrating. Also, I'm happy that Glitch is doing well.
Yeah, though I knew those stuff does take time to happen.
It does, but in all honesty, though, I feel bad for Gooseworks, though, what happened, like, last month. Where she was randomly getting, like, massive, like, hate over, like, the direction that Episode 8 went. Or whatever the last episode was, people were very upset with her about how the episode had gone.
Yeah.
And I love how it just turned into her just kind of keeping quiet, but telling people, like, oh, you think it's easy? Why don't you try making a show? Oh, wait a minute. I mean, that's pretty much all you have to say. Like, bro, have you seen people literally hate brigading Toby Fox recently? I swear, online... Dude, people online are way too comfortable with being completely mean assholes for no reason these days, and it makes me extremely sad. People are legitimately... And it started off as a meme, apparently, but some people took it way too far. Apparently, there was a meme where people were just kind of jokingly saying, oh, Toby Fox doesn't want to translate his games into Spanish. All Toby Fox ever said was he does not natively speak the language and does not feel comfortable doing so if he can't. So apparently there was somebody that either he hired or tried to make a translation and they screwed something up, and then people still hated him for it. Like the guy, like
I know what that one is. I think that was a fan-made French translation, I think, but they used he, him pronouns first.
But it still weirds me out that, like, it wasn't even Toby's screw-up. It was somebody else's mess-up, and people still got mad at Toby over it. It's like...
And they got mad at the translation machine for the game. I was like, translation machines make efforts.
I will say, my favorite of, like, the non-serious memes about it was somebody had J.K. Simmons go, like, Toby Fox doesn't want to translate his game into Spanish. Oh, no, that's not going to grab people's attention. Indie game developer hates the central U.S.
Community.
Yeah, no, it was hates the central U.S. And I'm like, that is some J. Jonah Jameson ass, like... But I don't know, dude. Like, the modern day internet actually kind of scares me a little bit because people are way too comfortable with being, like, just absolutely nasty for no reason.
What's doing these, by the way?
Huh?
I was watching the snowman.
What?
Was it just impulse to do the snowman challenges again?
Yeah, might as well. Like, this part of the level's not very long. Like, heck, like, I used to follow an artist a long time ago that used to make kind of memes and shit posts, but would draw in, like, an MS Paint type style, where it was, like, super, you know, the pixelated, super thick lines and all that. Like, they randomly reached out to me a few days ago and was just like, hey, I'm back. I had to literally take time off the internet because people started giving me massive amounts of shit over not liking my art style. And I looked it up, and yeah, there was no controversy or anything. People just straight up started, like, spamming with absolutely vile shit. Yeah, and apparently it got so bad the brigade was literally following them to all of their socials, so they had to literally deactivate for, like, a year. And I had to just kind of casually be like, oh, I was wondering why I hadn't seen any of your stuff in a while. And they were like, yeah, it's all gone. It's all deleted. I don't understand, and, like, bro, I know we're not supposed to entice violence or whatever, but, dude, literally, I just keep thinking of that fucking quote from Mr. Krabs, just, we used to beat people up for saying things like that. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
But now on to the next continent.
Nice. Give me a quick sec. Gotta take care of a quick errand. I'm back. How is everybody?
I think I'm able to stick around for one more level.
Alright, let's see. Now we're in the desert level. Actually, too bad I have to be at work at like 1. So it's gonna be like one more level and then I have to go myself. But man, we're very close to the end of this, I think.
Yeah.
But time is a factor. Nah, Boriko, we're gonna try to get you to 1 million subs. Make sure that almost half the continental U.S. knows about you. Okay, this remix is really intense. I like it. Like 5 lanterns, okay. Oh, this level's not gonna be that long at all. Spring ability? Oh, there's something up top here. It's just for a gachapon. So I see what they did for this level. This one's just a bunch of mini challenges.
So you see that crystal back there? The lone star flame?
I did, and it didn't do anything.
Well, get everything else here, and then... Let's see.
See, I'm still missing one lantern, but I didn't notice any others.
It should be in this area, because you also have, like, the third story, but not the second one.
Yeah, the only trial I haven't done yet is the vending machine. Oh, there it is. And it gave me a nice little pile of,
Yeah.
I'm still missing 2 stories.
You mentioned the vending machine.
Mm-hmm. Ah! Wow, you don't get a lot of time whatsoever. So there's number 3, but I still need number 4?
Go back to the beginning of the level with string.
Also, I wonder why there haven't been any other precision challenges with the vending machine. Like, there was that one where you, ignore that. There was that one where, I only had, two can shots when, in the remix of the streets level that we were just on, like, when going for, Leon Soul.
I guess I didn't want to do too much with limited cans. I don't know.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky.
This is what that one crystal was tied to for some reason.
How would anybody figure out that this happened?
I don't know, but he figured it out day one.
Oh, it's a hell room. Well, wait, where's the A? There it is. And I don't care if that Woofy was just sleeping on the L. He's about to take an L by getting slammed. It's just a running gag at this point. They cannot relax while my Kirby is around.
Yeah, I have no idea how people found this DLC hologram within the first day. Just with how obscure it is.
Now, I did notice, though, are there any associated with the post-game, like the hunting for Leon Gar's
No,
soul?
there's no hologram in Forgo Dreams.
Okay. Also, a lot of those abilities don't seem that handy, actually.
It's only the World 1 Racer, the World 1 Ranger, the World 3 Timer for 86 seconds, and the one in World 6. And this one.
The 86 seconds one, I'm just like, that is really, 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 like, strict.
I think it's because Hal in Japanese sounds like the Japanese for 86. But it's also why Effective Forgo is deemed ID F86.
Okay, Wall Ditch, please get off of me. I literally can't move. Or I'll take damage. Also, Kirby games used to be a little bit harder with their puzzles. Like, I know that sounds weird. Just follow me on this train of thought. How do I get up there? Wait a minute. I think I just proved my own point. Yep, so I'm gonna have to redo this. Shit.
At least you got another race to do.
I'm gonna have to definitely retry this. I didn't get grand prize.
Alright, well, I gotta go now. I gotta make sure I catch that movie. You have a good one, and you're looking for the Hallett room because.
Great. Thank you.
That
You have a good night.
It's not even noon yet. But thank you.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Got it, but we still gotta replay the level. Good news is I know where I screwed up. Alright, let's see. Wait, then what is the... Then what do the star pieces connect to, then? I'd say so. I like Magic Mush. But the problem is, the goal is to not be someone as obscurely popular that would fit his criteria. That's the entire, like, trick. So I wonder what this connects to. Oh, it's a oh, okay, it's just a really rare gachapon. Well, I'm gonna make sure that every time I talk about the Shady Corner games that you've made, I've always mentioned you. Do not worry. Wait, there's a new kind of Carmouth cake? Hold up. Let's see. Let me see who we have to raid. Yeah, sadly, a little bit of a shorter stream, but let's see. Okay, I think I see. Alrighty. But everybody have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning to hopefully finish this out. I'm gonna play my sign off and then we'll start the raid. Y'all have a good night.